means that he is pure, untainted by the material contamination. Purusham means that he is the supreme enjoyer. Shashwatam, eternal. Divyam, transcendental. Adidevam, the original supreme personality of Godhead. Ajam, the unborn. And Vibhum, the greatest. Should I continue?
So I'll just speak a bit about this.
Okay.
That we can see that Arjuna, he heard Bhagavad Gita from Krishna. He heard it and he accepted what Krishna is saying. He accepts Krishna's authority. He is not challenging Krishna's authority. He's accepting that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. Krishna is saying, what is that? Sarvasya aham mata sarvam pravartate.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo mata sarva pravartate.
Yeah. Krishna, Arjuna is accepting when Krishna is saying that I'm the cause of all causes, everything is strung to me as pearls are strung on the thread. And Arjuna is saying, yes, I accept it. I accept whatever you're saying. Even the great personalities, authorities, Asita, Devala, Narada, Vyasadev, they have all accepted it. That you are the Param Dham, you are the Param Brahman. And I accept it also. And that is what we should be, our mood should be when we are reading or when we are getting the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna is giving us the supreme science of Bhagavad Gita and Arjuna is receiving the knowledge. So we should try to become like Arjuna and accept this knowledge, receive this transcendental knowledge. You know, when we open our heart to receive, then Krishna gives it to us. We will get that understanding. But if we block ourselves, then we won't be able to receive it. It's like we have a cup of water. And then if we put more water in it, it's just going to overflow, right? We are not able to receive. The cup is already full, not able to receive. But if it's an empty cup, you put water in it, it is able to retain it. So this is the mood. We should receive the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Yeah, so Arjuna is saying that you are the Param Brahma, you are the Param Dhamma. What does Param Brahma means? We are Brahman also, right? Aham Brahmasmi, we, each and every living entity. We are the spirit soul. But Krishna, he is the Param Brahman. He's the supreme Brahman, supreme personality of Godhead. Param Dham. Krishna is the abode of everything. There is nothing, no one that does not belong to Krishna, that is not within Krishna's jurisdiction, that is separate from Krishna. There is nothing like that. We may say, what about the hellish planets? The hellish planets are also in Krishna's creation. What about the demigods? The demigods are also within Krishna's creation. Well, what about the Vaikuntha world? Even the Vaikuntha planets is within Krishna. Everything. And then Krishna is Pavitra. He's pure. He is not influenced by the modes of nature. We are influenced by the mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. But Krishna is not. Krishna, his activities are not influenced by the modes of Rajogun, Tamogun, or Sattvagun. It is pure goodness. We can see sometimes we will act in the mode of goodness. Suddenly we'll become passionate. We'll have some desire. Suddenly we'll get angry. Means we are becoming ignorant. But Krishna is not like that. All his activities are transcendental. Purusham, he's the supreme enjoyer. Right now we are thinking we are the supreme enjoyer. Why Krishna? Why should Krishna be the supreme enjoyer? I am the supreme enjoyer. That is material consciousness. We are not able to understand who we truly are. What is our true position? What is our true capacity or capability? And then Shaswatam, eternal. Krishna is eternal. His form, we can't see his form right now. We are saying, okay, he came 5,000 years ago. Does it mean that Krishna does not exist anymore? That he's dead? No, Krishna is eternal. His form is eternal. He's right now in some or the other universe in the material world performing his pastimes, speaking the Bhagavad Gita, performing wonderful, wonderful, wonderful pastimes. And he's also in the Golok Vrindavan eternally. That's where he lives. That is his residential address. You know, in the passport, we write down permanent address. I don't know if you all have noticed. We always have to write down what's your permanent address. And so what is Krishna's permanent address? He's everywhere, right? He's omnipresent, he's everywhere. But his permanent address, Golok Vrindavan, highest planet, transcendental, divyam. Krishna is transcendental. His form, his qualities, his pastimes, they're all transcendental, not material. Adi Devam, original Supreme Personality of Godhead. So there is one candle will light so many other candles. So that one candle is lighting many candles, but there is still one original. After the candles are lit, everything looks the same, right? Or they're all having the equal light, so they all look the same. But still there is one original candle, that is Krishna. Adideva, original, supreme personality of Godhead. Ajam, unborn. Krishna is never born. Oh, then how do we say he came 5,000 years ago? We say he's not born, but he appeared from the womb of Devaki. So he appears. It's not that his birth is like our birth, that we enter a womb and then we are forced to come out of that womb. No, Krishna appears. If we read the pastime of how he came out of the womb of Devaki, he was in her womb at one moment, another moment he's outside standing in front of her. How that can happen? Why not? He's there in every atom. Why can't he just appear anywhere and anywhere? He is there in every atom. So he's unborn. It's not that at any given point of time that Krishna has a birth date, the eternal original personality. Sure, here we do Janmashtami, we celebrate Janmashtami, but that is to commemorate his appearance day. Appearance. And Vibhum, the greatest. We all think we are great. We all want to be great. We all try to prove ourselves to be great. We do a lot of things to feel great, We go to a great extent to feel great. But who is truly the great one? That is Krishna. No one is greater than Krishna. If we do research work, okay, I might be great, but there is someone greater than me. And then there's somebody greater than that person. And we'll come to Lord Brahma. And then who's greater than Lord Brahma? It's Lord Sri Krishna. And there's no one greater than Lord Brahma. So this is like a very important understanding, because Arjuna is accepting Krishna as this Param Brahma, Param Dham, Pavitram, and then Shaswatam, Divyam, Adidevam, Ajam, Vibhum. This is the way Arjuna is accepting Krishna, and we should try to accept Krishna in the same way, so that we can understand the mystery of the science of Bhagavad Gita. Any comments or questions?
No, all good.
Yeah. So we all accept that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yeah. If any doubts, please raise them now. If not, we will continue to read. Okay, then let's continue to read.
Okay. Now, one may think that because Krishna was a friend of Arjun, Arjun was telling him all this way by way of flattery. But Arjuna, just to drive out this kind of doubt from the minds of the readers of Bhagavad Gita, substantiates these praises in the next verse, when he says that Krishna is accepted as a Supreme Personality of Godhead, not only by himself, but by authorities like Narad, Asit, Deval, and Vyasadeva. These are great personalities who distribute the Vedic knowledge as it is accepted by all acharyas. Therefore, Arjun tells Krishna that he accepts whatever he says to be completely perfect. Sarvam etad dritam manye. I accept everything you say to be true. Arjun also says that the personality of the Lord is very difficult to understand and that he cannot be known even by the great demigods. This means that the Lord cannot even be known by personalities greater than human beings. So, how can a human being understand Lord Sri Krishna without becoming his devotee?
So then now, oh, Arjuna is praising Krishna. Oh, you are my best friend, so let me just flatter you. You know, we also have a habit. We flatter somebody because we feel, oh, we are going to, if I flatter this person will be happy with me and then they will be nice to me or they'll give me some favor. You know, they're going to give me something which will be to my benefit. So is that's the reason why Arjuna is telling Krishna, oh, you're Param Dham, you're Param Brahman, you are Shaswatam, you're Adidevam, you're Divyam, Ajam Vibhun. Is it because of that? No, he's saying that not only I accept it, but the great personalities, Asita, Devala, Vyasadev, they are also saying that. These are all acharyas who are giving us Vedic knowledge. And so he's saying, and Arjuna is accepting. He's saying, Arjuna is telling Krishna, I accept this knowledge, what you're telling me. Although it's very difficult, you know, very difficult. We see that many people try to understand the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, but still can't understand what Bhagavad Gita is all about. So it's not very easy to understand Krishna or Krishna's message. But if we hear from the devotees, everything becomes very clear. Everything becomes very clear. You know, it becomes easy to understand. Why? Because the devotee understands Krishna. He has that knowledge. So he's able to give us that knowledge. So this is what that Arjuna is saying, that even demigods don't know you. So how will human beings know you? Only without becoming his devotee. Devotee understands Krishna, so he's able to explain to us about Krishna. So please read on.
Therefore, Bhagavad Gita should be taken up in a spirit of devotion. One should not think that he is equal to Krishna, nor should he think that Krishna is an ordinary personality or even a very great personality. Lord Shri Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. So, according to the statements of Bhagavad Gita or the statements of Arjun, the person who is trying to understand the Bhagavad Gita, we should at least theoretically accept Shri Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead, and with that submissive spirit, we can understand the Bhagavad Gita. Unless one reads the Bhagavad Gita in a submissive spirit, it is very difficult to understand Bhagavad Gita because it is a great mystery.
So then, Prabhupada is showing us that how can we understand this great science, this great knowledge, this transcendental knowledge. He's saying, take it up in a spirit of devotion. In a spirit of devotion. Now we might not be able to understand that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. At our stage, we are not able to understand it. What does it mean? But Prabhupada is saying, at least theoretically, you accept it. Theoretically, you accept and you just hear this message in that spirit, in a spirit of submission, in a spirit of attention. And then gradually, everything will be revealed to us. It will be revealed to us because Krishna is there in our hearts. So he understands our sincerity and he will give us that. He will clear up our doubts. So we are thinking, oh, I know Krishna, I know, who is he? I know, he was born somewhere in the village, one small village, like a cowherd boy. I know he had many cows and many girlfriends, and he did kill some demons here and there. And then I know he had some mystic power, but that's not understanding Krishna, who he is really is. Because when we think like that, we think, oh, Krishna is, just my neighbor. I know who he is. I'm equal to Krishna, or I'm even greater than Krishna. Who is Krishna? I'm much better than Krishna, I'm better than 10 Krishnas. We think like that, that, oh yeah, I know who he is. But we are not able to understand Krishna is the supreme personality of God, and that's his tattva. What is his tattva? He's the supreme person. And even if we are not able to understand that, understand Krishna's position as the tattva, it's okay. We just have to, with submission, hear the message of Bhagavad Gita. Just continue hearing. Accept, yes, the authorities, Asita, Devala, Narad, Srila Prabhupada, Arjuna, everyone is saying Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, I'm not able to accept it right now. I'm not able to understand it. Let me just try to hear what this knowledge is about. And when we try to understand the knowledge in this submissive attitude, then Krishna will reveal the knowledge to us. So that's the reason the introduction of Bhagavad Gita is so important, because Prabhupada is giving us, he's setting our mood, that in what mood should we begin to receive this knowledge. It's a great knowledge, and what is the way to receive it? And then any questions or comments?
No.
So that means that our the way we listen, the way we accept is the way we read, with the intention that we read, is very, very important.
That's right. That's right. If we already close our mind and our heart, as we just said, we have a cup which is already full of water, and you keep on pouring more water, there's nothing that means nothing's going. Everything is, already the cup is full, so cannot receive anything more. But if we open our hearts, we open our minds to receive this great knowledge, we will be able to receive it then. But if we say, anyway, I know what it is all about, if we already receive it with the mood that I know better than what is going to be said, I know everything, I know what it is, I don't need to follow these things, and we hear it in that intention, then we don't want to receive it, right? It means we don't want to receive it.
Okay.
And so that then we won't be able to receive it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because sometimes even that happens. Oh, we are reading this one. Oh, I've already read this before. Oh, it's okay. So we have that feeling, but then every time when you read to us, then definitely we'll take a different point, a new point that we haven't understood that before. So
exactly. Yes, with each reading, many times we say, I know, I've read this so many times, what's going to happen. Yeah, but if we just, with submission, with humility, just listen to that, then we will find a new realization which we had not discovered before, we had not realized that before. Yeah, because many of us, we feel, I know Bhagavad Gita, I've read Bhagavad Gita, 50 times I read it. What is this you're going to teach me? Nothing. I already know it. But then do we actually know it? Or do we know something else, that we think is Bhagavad Gita, but it's not actually Bhagavad Gita. So it needs to be received in a mood of submission and humility and attention.
3 points. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Were there any other comments or any other things to discuss? No? So we'll stop here for today. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for joining in, everyone.
Hare Krishna.